call is now being recorded.
All right, Brent Porcio, TopVelocity.net, and got a special guest on the line. Aaron Barteau just gave me a call and was sharing some good news with me, and I wanted to get it on recording and get it out there. Every time guys break through the 90s, I take that opportunity to kind of interview you so others can hear your story and kind of learn what works for you. So a long time ago that you came into camp, what you said it was about 3 years ago, Aaron?
I'd say 3 years ago, 2 years ago, something like that.
So before you came to the 3X Velocity camp, first of all, how hard were you throwing it when you came into that camp?
I was not being gunned consistently, but I would say I know I hit 83 at the camp and anywhere low 80s, but I know I hit 83 at the camp.
Cool. And why did you come to the camp? Like, how did you find me? Like, what were you looking for? How did it happen?
I was in between high school ball and trying to go find somewhere to play during the summer. And my dad actually had been doing some research online and stuff and found your name and had done some research. And so he told me about you, and I started looking into it, and we decided we wanted to make a trip to go to one of your camps and get on the 3X program. And I was in between high school ball and summer ball looking to increase some velocity and try to get into a program where I fit in and excel in. And 3X program really helped me do that and really excel at Mary Hardin-Baylor, which is where I am at now.
Awesome. So what was your kind of first impression of the camp?
I really, really liked it. You did a really good job of sitting us down and explaining the basis behind 3X pitching and triple extension and how to get your lower half involved into your delivery. And so even before we started doing the drills and the weightlifting, I felt like I had a really good knowledge of the basis of what your philosophy was and how biomechanics are tied to pitching. And once we started at camp, I felt like I picked up on those drills very quickly, the 2-pound weighted ball drills and the baseball throwing, and felt like I picked up on that quick and how those drills are meant to serve your mechanics, and really felt like it helped me in the long run of doing the program itself through the camp.
Awesome, man. So were you able to pretty much immediately when you got home really keep continuing or start the training in the program and really get into it?
Yes, I have weights and everything I needed at my house, and so I was able to do that daily and would be able to throw the medicine ball consistently with either my dad or my brother or teammates or something, and felt like I was real consistent on the program and definitely saw results very, very quickly.
Awesome. So how many cycles did you get through? How many 8-week cycles did you get through before your season?
I know I got through one cycle, and I think I got through a second, maybe. I know I got through one, maybe 1.5, before the season or before October ball, in the fall. And so definitely 1.5, maybe 2.
Cool. And when you went into the season, where was your ball speed? Did you make a good jump?
My freshman year, I was hitting 87, 88, not consistently, but hitting those velocities, but my average was up in the mid 80s.
Cool. So a good, say 5 miles an hour, I guess.
Say that again?
Maybe a good 5 mile an hour jump
Yeah.
or pickup that you made through those 2 cycles.
I was definitely 5 miles an hour, easy.
Sweet. So you played that freshman year. What college were you at?
I was at University of Mary Hardin Baylor, which is a Division III school in Central Texas. It's actually out of Belton, Texas.
Oh, awesome. And then you said, you were telling me you came back that next off season, and then you cycled through the program a few more times, or what'd you do in that next off season?
After the spring, I cycled through the program twice. Actually got hooked up with a kind of a weight training facility in Dallas that I was able to go to, and went through another Olympic weightlifting coach. That way, just have somebody that could help me with lifts and make sure I was doing everything right.
Right.
Went through that twice, and got it, and came back in the fall. Did that all summer long last summer. Came back in the fall throwing 89, touching 89, and then come spring, I was hitting 90, 91, 92 with consistently between 88 and 90.
Awesome. And then how did your role change now that you're breaking into the 90s? How did your role change on the team? Did you become a starter? Did you go to the back of the pen, or what happened?
I was the closer, and I threw primarily fastballs, and became the closer. Would throw 1 or 2 innings at the end of the game. I ended up getting 7 saves, 6 wins just from coming into tied ball games, and ended up getting a win. Finished 6-1 with 7 saves.
That's awesome, man. Wow, that's a lot of growth there. So, hey, like I was asking you earlier, what would you say was the most significant thing in the program that you felt really, really contributed to that big jump in velocity?
I would say the power cleans really helped with my explosive drive off the rubber and explosive muscles in my legs, and the weighted ball program. I would say those 2 things were my favorite parts of the program.
Cool. So the 3X velocity system and pretty much all the Olympic stuff, or specifically the power clean. Where did you ever get your power clean to? What was your power clean max?
I think I got it up to about. I worked mainly with kilo weights. I think I got it up to about 95 kilos, which
man, that's great.
Yeah, which is a lot higher than when I came to the camp. I had never really done power cleans before, so I never knew. I didn't really have a power clean max at the time, and so that was kind of the biggest shock for the program, was just learning how to do those power cleans, and it really, I could feel a difference really quickly, and then that number shot up pretty quick. It was pretty cool.
Right, and you could feel that explosive power that you were gaining in your Olympic training. You could really feel that on the mound?
Oh, definitely so. My hips became remarkably quicker towards home plate. I remember I was comparing some videos from before I started the 3X program to this past season, and it is amazing how much quicker my hips are and how much more drive I have towards home plate than I did before, and I definitely contributed that to the power cleans. I definitely got stronger squat-wise and my legs, but it was remarkable to me of how much quicker my hips were.
Awesome, man. So when you're doing the med throws, what do you feel like your body was learning in those drills? Or was there any specific movements that you feel like you were able to really capture and get good at with those throws?
A big thing was coordination for me. I'm 6'6", very tall and lanky, and so coordination's always kind of been a struggle of mine. And learning how to get my body into that hip and shoulder separation and to get drive out of that was very challenging to me. And especially with those rotational drills, I found it very useful how to activate my core and stay strong in those positions and how to get drive with my legs through those positions. I would say that's definitely the biggest thing with those.
Well, what would you tell anyone kind of coming out of high school or even late in college trying to, get their ball speed up to play at the next level? What kind of encouragement would you give them in going at it in a program like this? I mean, what do you feel would keep them on track and not make them want to quit or look for the easy way out?
I would say, find somebody that can help you stay accountable. I was fortunate enough to find a weightlifting coach, an Olympic weightlifting coach, that could help me with those movements and make sure I was doing them all right. But find somebody that can keep you accountable, as well as just stick with the program, especially when you're the first few weeks. I just remember being dog tired and my legs felt like gel all the time, and it really wore me out. Stick with those times, because you eventually become used to doing those power cleans, and it takes a while just to kind of get your coordination down sometimes if you're not used to those exercises. So how important it is to stick with it, and how much better you'll become at some of those movements and stuff once you do that program for a while, and that's when you really start seeing the benefits of it, is when you start getting those movements down, and when you can feel yourself becoming stronger and stronger, and how much of a reward it is, and how much you crave it once you keep doing that activities.
Right. I mean, that's it, man. I always recommend guys get with a USA weightlifting certified coach and not only be held accountable, but like you said, you need them to kind of give you the feedback to make sure your technique is there, because technique is so critical to what we do. It's not enough just to go in and act like you're power cleaning. You got to go in and really get good at the technique, because that technique, you're actually going to be using it on the mound. It's a kinetic movement that you will use similar movements on the mound.
I mean, it is extremely important just to get that technique down, to translate so well to pitching.
Exactly. Well, so what do you, as far as, since you're halfway through your career right now, as far as, you're in college, you have a lot, you could be projected to go pretty far in this game. What do you feel is going to be your success now getting you to the next level?
It really shows of just how much work it takes, but it showed me just how much reward you can get from doing things the right way. Once you learn proper form and what helps you succeed in pitching in the game of baseball, just how much work and what work it takes to get to the next level. For me, coming out of high school to college, and how much more it would take for me to get to the next level out of college, and how that kind of drives me to keep working and keep getting better.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, if you don't know what work you need to put in, then just getting into a program that can actually show you, here's the work. Now you just got to do it to get to the next level. That's the first step. And then once you're at the point now where now you just got to get better at the work. You just got to take what you've been doing and just get better at it, and that just keeps taking you farther.
Right. The program's in place. You just got to follow it and keep working at it and getting better at it each time you go through the program.
That's awesome, man. Well, I really appreciate you doing this, man. Any last words you want to give to anyone out there listening to this before we head out?
I cannot tell you how important I think 3X pitching is, and what a great job you've done with the program, and how I think it can help every single pitcher out there increase velocity if that's what they're looking for.
I appreciate it, Aaron. It means a lot, man. Well, look, like I said, I want you to come down this fall and go through some 3X training. We'd love to have you and put you on a lot of video and keep working on your mechanics and even looking at your lifting, even though it sounds like that's going well for you too. But either way, man, we want to help you get to that next level. So I'm excited about you coming down.
Yeah, I definitely want to come down as soon as I can.
All right, dude. Well, I'm gonna end the interview, and we'll keep talking. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, dude. Well, I'm gonna end the interview.